chance.
Probably still got company.
Don't let him run!
I'd do that again, if it weren't so much work to get back up there. I'd do that again, if it weren't so much work to get back up there. These look like Banuk markings. Is this the way to their territory?
You don't look like you know this path, Hunter.
Seems you're a long way from anything. Where does this trail lead?
For me, it leads south. Away from the Banuk. Past the Grave Horde. Anukai, watch over me. This is the quickest way out of the cut, instead of going all the way through Oseram territory. And take it from me, you want a quick way out of the cut.
I haven't even arrived yet. Why would I want to leave?
Strange machine attacks? A curse on the mountain? It's enough to make me look forward to Meridian.
You're going to Meridian?
Yes. I was named an envoy to the Karja King's court. No one else wanted to do it. It's not so bad. I just recount the songs from Ban-Or, and the Karja draw their funny little glyphs. I tell them of the machine's growing anger, and the Karja King still offers aid, even though he knows the Banuk will not accept it.
What kind of strange machines? And what kind of curse?
Machines tougher and crazier than anything in the south, I heard. And smoke comes off the mountain like a funeral pyre all day and night. But like I said, I just pass through now.
What sort of place is the cut?
It's on the edge of everywhere. The edge of Ban-Or, the edge of the mountains, the edge of other tribes' territories. It's suffered in the war with the Karja. But it suffered before that too. Life there is a test to survive out on the edge.
Not exactly homey. I can see why you'd want to move on.
Home is what you carry in a roll on your back.
Well, thanks for the warning. I'm curious about these machines, though.
And the warning rolled off you. I understand you adventurers are all alike. Good luck.
What are you doing, Aloy? This path leads to the cut. The Banuk have nothing to offer besides useless mysticism. The Eclipse won't stand idle while you waste time playing in the snow. Return to your desk.
Surprised you're still checking up on me. I thought you had moved on.
Well, forgive me for still being concerned with the fate of the world.
I was thinking, Rost used to tell me stories about the Banuk and their shamans, and how they thread blue cables through their skin. Kind of like someone else we know, huh? So maybe the real reason you want me to stay clear of the Banuk is to stay clear of your past.
It's not the past that concerns me, Aloy. It's the future. Or possible lack thereof. Which is why you should stop prattling and get back to what matters. But as usual, you'll do as you wish.
Touchy. Should have brought a cart. new predator. It's heat coming off it. I can't spare the weight. That's a welcome, I guess.
You sure you'll be warm enough up here, Nora?
I've worked up a sweat from the climb.
You made it to the cut, Outlander.
Not that you'll stay long.
This is Song's Edge, biggest settlement in the cut.
smoke rising from the mountain. And the village, too. What's it for?
The smoke from the mountain is worse today. Bad omen for the ritual.
Ray's been gone a long time, but she will return. You must believe she will return.
There must be something big going on. Most of the village is moving towards that smoke.
Get ready for a rare sight, Nora. Bergrin, purveyor of necessities. Most of the time, the Banuk burn their dead. But not today.
Because the bodies couldn't be recovered.
Aye, a nasty business. All their best warriors lost. So they're getting a different kind of send-off.
Grasp your grief, my hunters, and kill it! For our kin sees the fate all Banuk long for. Falling with their spears striking steel. Their struggle is over now. You have witnessed their spirits rise up into the blue sky, and beyond to the blue light. But our struggle is only beginning. Soon, we will again take up the hunt against the daemon that frenzies the machines against us. And so I ask you, can you summon the courage of our fallen kin? Will you fight and die as well as they did?
My courage! My spear!
Our blood is in your teeth, Oratok!
We are Banuk. Our enemies are prey.
The daemon. That frenzies the machines.
Machines that wiped out their best. And what do they want to do? Go back up there. Fools. A little advice. For free.
Aloy.
Aloy. I've been up here for 2 long winters, and I still can't make sense of the Banuk. Take this ruckus. It started with one of their shamans, Aurea, spouting on about spirits and demons up on Thunder's drum. So they march their Warwick up there, and half of them get slaughtered by machines. When Aurea vanished, I thought the crazy might have gone with her, but no. Here's Big Aratak, gearing them up to do it all over again.
What is it about the Banuk you can't make sense of?
Well, everything's a test to them. A hardship to endure. A challenge to survive.
Seems like they don't have much of a choice in a place like this.
Yeah. A land cold enough to crack teeth, filled with wild animals. You'd think they'd accept a little reasonably priced aid. Well, believe me, I've tried to convince them. But a Banuk with nothing left to prove might just lie down and die.
And Aurea is the one who spoke about this daemon?
That's right. Told Aratak and the others that it lives up on Thunder's drum. And they believed him.
But you don't.
Look, I don't know what Aurea found up there. A shaman's not going to talk to an outlander. The machines in the cut are getting more vicious, that's a fact. It could be because of the daemon, or it could be because they all got indigestion, for all I know. But Aurea's not around to explain. She took...
Is Aratak a renowned warrior around here?
He's a Warwick chieftain. His voice carries a lot of respect. Not that you hear much of it. Man talks about as much as a dead fish. But when he and Aurea came to town with their Warwick, it drew more Banuk to this little burg than I'd ever seen. Know what else I saw, Aloy? My own little trade route, stretching all the way back to the claim. Then, he goes and leads them off to their death at the claws of angry machines. So much for my best customers.
What are these Warwicks about, Bergrand? Some sort of tribe within the tribe?
Yeah, not like our clans back home. You don't get born into these things. They hold tryouts. Prove your best at something and you might get a place. Somewhere it's come and go. Some last as long as metal. The whole Banuk territory, Banur, is just a bunch of the biggest, oldest Warwicks.
I'm not sure if I'm less confused or more confused.
Well, here's the sure thing. Each Warwick has a chieftain and a shaman. They make the decisions. All well and good, except the chieftains are hard-headed, and the shamans have their heads in the clouds.
Have you ever heard of a man named Silence? Tall, deadly serious, cables in his skin, like a shaman?
I've heard that name once or twice, but always whispered, like some boogeyman the Banuk want to forget. I'm not sure what went down, but I got the impression he messed with the Conclave, or they messed with him.
Conclave?
All the most important shamans gather in Banur from time to time to keep up with the latest mumbo-jumbo. No idea how they all fit into one tent without those crazy headdresses getting locked up on each other. Aurea's been to that shindig, but when I asked her what it's like, she just gave me a dirty look. So if you want to know more, you'll have to find her and make her like you, I guess. Good luck.
I want to know more about this daemon.
It's crazy talk, Aloy.
Or there's something to it. Something connected to how the machines behave.
Then, you need to find Aurea. She was last seen headed for the mountains they call the Ice Rafts. I've heard only the shamans know the trail beyond those frozen peaks. But I do know where you could find her apprentice, Naltuk. He went north of the river, chasing rumors.
Rumors?
Not the good kind. Sudden attacks in the snow. Strange new structures. Some say a new machine, like no one's seen before.
Well, now I'm definitely interested. Thanks for the talk, Bergrand.
Don't mention it.
I wonder if Aratak could tell me more about Araya or Thunderstrom.
Do they know who we are?
The shot?
I do not want to hear this talk from you again. Doubt is heavier than a week's snow.
Forgive me, my chieftain. We will be ready for the next attempt.
But this will not be an attempt. It must be done. Do you understand?
My chieftain.
Good. Outlander, I suppose you wish to speak?
This Damon you talked about.
If you are hardy enough, you can venture out and see the signs yourself. It has changed the machines, made them fiercer, stronger.
But what is it?
A matter for the shamans to debate.
You're set on going back to the mountain?
I have put my word to it.
Even with the risks being so great?
The risk of what? Death? It would be a worse fate to bow our heads to the...
Did your Warwick come from this place?
No, we rallied most of our hunters from across Banur to face the threat of the demon. But I was born here, and stayed to fight the card. A few of my old warriors remained with me.
Araya knows about this Damon. Where would I talk to her?
She does a shaman's work. That is not for the eyes and ears of others. Certainly not an Outlander's.
There are other Warracks in Song's Edge too?
Yes. The village has its own life. After the war ended, it sprang up from what was perhaps will last.
There are other Warracks?
Yeah, after the perhaps...
Well, I guess...
Good. I prefer deeds.
Right.
They're the Damon's mark. I've never seen such power.
Silenced by rising waters.
You seem sad, stranger. I heard you mention a flood?
Yes. A sudden deluge. Without rain. I'm Lelai, the drummer of Deep Din. Or at least I was.
Deep Din. What's that?
A hollow, carved out by the old ones. A chamber, a base. I'd explain it by playing for you if I could.
So deep?
Yes. Pipes that carry. During the war, I'm the drummer now. Of course, if the water...
So the water...
One day it was dry. The next, there was no rain. Not even any clouds. And yet the river rose higher than...
A flood with...
Just northwest of... Look all you like.
Last night, two of us from different Warracks framed him. Shared our... No better way to forge bonds.
Blood's out of
We mustn't let them frighten us.
We're Banuk.
When the old ones were fresh in their graves and our numbers were still small, it was she who led us through the frozen wastes. We also remember the ravenous tribe, who delighted in sucking the marrow from our broken bones. Everywhere Banukai and her Warrack fled, the ravenous tribe were never far behind. Seeking a way to defeat them, Banukai went into the wastes and let the wind whip her cheeks. And when the cold brought sleep, she dreamt of light. She saw it behind the world, a great calming sheet of icy blue. And she saw something new. Herds of machines, each filled with the same blue light. When she woke, she knew which star to follow. She walked for many days and nights until she arrived at a temple built from sparkling ice. At the gates of the temple, she was met by
Don't let the others intimidate you, Outlander. If the Banuk cannot tolerate outsiders, we don't deserve to survive. Hello.
No. They only survive and still faithful.
Quite a view you've got up here.
It's a useful perspective. From up here, you can see how the light paints across the land. Ever changing. That's a lesson. All our marks will pass.
That outlook sounds a little depressing for a painter.
Haven't met many artists, have you? Song's Edge needs new stories. I scrubbed its past off this rock to start anew, but a new start needs new colors. Fresh pigments. Like none.
These pigments you want. Where should I look for them?
Salts gather at the edges of geysers and hot pools. Crystals cling to the rocks and cliffs.
I'll see what I can find for you.
Seek out the vibrant ones. A spring of sudden color among snow or rock or metal. That's its own reward, but I'd reward you as well.
Yeah, good to see more Outlanders. We Banuk are too isolated from the other.
The Oseram, with their ridiculous ideas about women.
When we speak the name of
Blackjawed at the frozen tunnel.
Glad our paths. The bandits would be little more than a nuisance without their leader and that weapon of his.
May the blue light guide you.
About that.
For you, I'll give it twice.
See you around, Bert.
Hope so.
The tall neck at the boss figures deserves more respect than the gauntlet.
Okay, if I want to learn more about how this daemon affects the machines, I've got to find Aurea. And to do that, I need to talk to
Outland! Wait a moment.
River north.
That weapon of yours, Outlander, that spear. I can see the blue light upon it.
This? It was made by an acquaintance of mine.
Ah, a shaman.
No. More of a tinker?
A tinker does not understand the spark in the metal, the song in the metal like this. But it could be improved upon, modified, with the help of the old ones. Far north of here, there is a cave, a shaft in the snow. Within it is a nest of metal birds. Find a bird that hasn't been stripped by shamans past. Look for a rail inside it, the length of your spear. That's all I can tell you.
Get a rail from some metal birds in a cave. Sounds perfectly normal.
Could send them to the cut, most of them don't last a week.
Stone yield is always below. And these bandits should realize it will again.
These colors never end up vibrant.
What brings you Karja so far from home?
There's good machine hunting in the cut. Danger, too. Some have a taste for both, and they pay people like me well to guide them. We've had a bad run this time, even after I brought this priest along to read the signs.
I did say the sun's light was cast quite red.
Not your concern, though, Huntress.
Bergman said Araya's apprentice went north of the river. Hopefully not too far. A tonic? What did it take to knock one of those in case nice? The scavengers have just getting started. Should scan the tall neck. See how deep the damage goes. storms ripped out 3 major parts. If I could bring them back, maybe I could even reactivate it. Get it what's inside its head. The Banuk were protecting it. This tall Right on target. of the tall next parts. It's heavy. Well, that fits. Sure hope it works. Well, it's in better shape than it was. Okay, if I'm right, just need to get the power field through again. And if I'm wrong, then at least no one's watching. That should wake you up. Easy now. Easy! Right, it's never easy. Now I need to climb that tall neck again. I need to find higher ground. I should be able to jump onto the tall neck from here. Whoa there! This should be a good spot for jumping onto the tall neck. Made it. Now to climb up to its head. That must be Naltuk, looking out at that. By that pulse from the tower. Okay then, let's see if this thing can work for me. They're scanning for me. Are you Neltuk?
I've been observing that tower for hours. How the daemon's light pulses through it, repairing machines. You overcame it, just like that.
Kind of what I do.
She's... And yet, what she truly seeks is... She's in retreat beyond those mountains. You'll know you've reached the end when you come to a shrine. Shamans who complete the path, if you make it that far.
Were you with Aurea?
I wish I had been, even with all that happened. When Aurea and the chieftain returned, I saw... Then she came to me.
You said something...
A crystal. We Banuk believe it's the stuff of the blue light. Frozen as it is, you might be more interested that merchants will...
Bergren told me...
In her absence, I served...
On a responsibility.
I don't know if she took a chance.
How do I cross...
Go to the ice rasp, then follow the markers through the ice caves, but be careful. The path is meant to be an ordeal.
And I'll find Aurea at the end?
No. If you see her...
All right. I guess I'm off to the ice rasps to find this shaman's path. Must be the ruin Laolai was talking about. Leaked in. Flooded too, like she said. Probably came from somewhere upriver. Follow the river, find its source. Sounds simple enough. entrance to this door. All the winters coming at once. That'll help.